Every time you see a robbery in a movie or something, it's always super impressive. They'll have like these incredibly well laid out plans, full blown Ocean's 11 type shit, where they'll have like a getaway driver, 15 aerospace engineers on standby just in case they need them. They'll have like Jimmy Neutron in the lab cook up some crazy device to break into the big vault for millions of dollars. And it just always seems like, damn, you have to be a galaxy brain, 10-digit IQ mastermind in order to be a professional criminal. But then when you watch like a heist or a robbery in the real world, it's nothing like the movies most of the time. The plans are laid out in crayon 3 seconds before executing them. They're not looking at building blueprints. They turn their brain off and just go fucking wacky. They get insano style. So like they'll just run in there, like grab like five things and then just like shuffle out the door, and that's the extent of it, and then they get caught 5 minutes later. And today I saw a robbery that I think is probably one of the worst ones ever recorded. It is just, I feel bad for the guy. Like watching him rob it is agonizing because it's so incredibly slow. This dude robbed a Little Caesars in like -5 times speed. I felt like I was watching an NFL replay while watching this man try and rob the cash register. They filmed him for over a minute and 30 seconds. He just sat there trying to rob them. At first glance, I thought this was Pay Money Wubby robbing the place, and I thought to myself, God damn, he is really doing everything he can to get to the bottom of his turd kebab mystery. But then I realized that this is just like a generic default character in GTA Online. This was just like a preset. This guy is coming in here not even trying to disguise himself. Like, he didn't even bother to cover his face. He put on sunglasses, but they're too loose and they keep falling off. It's a disaster. It's like robbery ASMR. He's not talking. The employees are just kind of making fun of him. It's just like they're roasting him. It's just no one's taking him seriously. It's so unbelievably goofy. And the thought process here to rob a Little Caesars, bro. The pizzas are $5. How much money do you possibly think you can get from the cash register? He was better off just taking the whole register and trying to sell that. He would have made more money that way. He's going through this whole song and dance prying open the cash register, but he probably would have made more money just standing outside making balloon animals for people that came into the Little Caesars. He would have got more in tips than he did out of this register. It is $5 pizzas. I don't know what he was expecting. He hasn't exactly hit fucking Fort Knox here. It's Little Caesars. $5 pies. Like, I think he maybe got $20. Maybe. I absolutely love that response from the employees. No, I just work here. Like, I'm not gonna risk my life. I'm not gonna beat this man's ass and risk, getting myself in trouble for the sake of saving $60 for Little Caesars. I don't care that much. I'm not paid to be like a fucking Little Caesars gladiator and fight for Little Caesars honor. That's the right way of handling things. Just the employees like, hey, all right, you're robbing it? Okay, I'm not gonna stop you. I'll just call the police, which they do. And then they just sit here and record all of it for evidence. And this man just keeps flashing the camera with his whole goddamn face. They did the absolute perfect thing here in this situation.
Yo, that's all you gonna take.
Don't touch me. Don't touch nothing. Don't touch nothing, bro. Don't touch nothing.
No fingerprints, huh? Yes. Yes.
This is where it gets so good. So this guy with all 3 brain cells and every neuron in that goddamn barren wasteland of a head starts firing, and he's like, oh my god, I left my fingerprints at the scene. I know what happens next. I've watched CSI Miami. So he goes back in and tries to wipe down the register. As if the fingerprints are the main concern here. Even though he's flashed his whole face with no sunglasses to the camera like 8 times by now. And he's doing all of this in the slowest speed imaginable. He's entered cruise control. Like there's so much evidence here, and the one thing he's concerned about is fingerprints. So he goes in and tries to clean the scene. Very thorough job too, but greed gets the best of him. He became gluttonous, so he goes in for more money, leaving more prints.
Come on, so seek the whole register.
Yeah, so he grabbed an extra like $3 there and then tried to wipe down those extra prints, but kept missing the areas that his greasy paws were touching, and then just skedaddles in the slowest getaway of all time, just barely walking. He would have been faster if he crawled away. Like, Jesus Christ. All in all, I can't imagine he got more than 20 bucks. The guy in the video said 60, but I don't believe that. There's no way he pulled $60 out of that fucking register. All in all, he spent like a minute and a half emptying a register, struggling the entire way, looking super stupid just to walk away with less money than the register costs for repairs, and risking jail time. If he had spent this long just collecting quarters from a wishing well, he would have made more money.
That's all you gonna take? No, bro, you don't work here, bro. Don't get into nothing, bro. It ain't
Don't
worth
touch
it.
nothing.
It
Don't
ain't
not,
worth it.
yo, the store is shut down. The store is shut down, bro.
Yo.
I've never seen a robbery where at the end of it, everyone's laughing at the robber. Like, what? How shameful. How truly awful. The most miserable and slowest robbery ever recorded here. It's like a PSA. You know those like over-the-top PSAs where it's like, you don't want to smoke a cigarette because you'll explode. And they just have like these crazy exaggerated cigarette smoking things. That's what happened here with this robbery. This is how, watch out kids, you don't want to rob. Look at how hard it is. And he's like fucking struggling with it for 2 minutes. Oh my god. There's no follow-up. I don't know if he got arrested. There probably won't be a follow-up since it's like a petty crime, but I'm sure he didn't get away for long. He was probably arrested in the parking lot because he probably just sat there. I don't even think he even bothered to like get away. But you can also see that the customer that had come in while the guy was still robbing them was really contemplating if it was worth beating this guy's ass. He could have easily snapped him in half, I think, and then he even like, you know, wandered out the door a bit to contemplate further, but the employees are like, bro, it's really not worth it. And it wasn't, you know, he didn't need to beat his ass. This was far more embarrassing than any ass beating could have been. So hopefully that customer also did get like some pizza or something, and they all just laughed about it. What a remarkably embarrassing robbery, and I just wanted to share this today because it put a smile on my face. So yeah, that's about it. So yeah.